Wow, so sweet. Mm, it's really good, you guys. It's really delicious. Mm. Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to another beautiful day that the Lord has made, that we should rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you're doing well. I am well in the Lord and flowing with life. So today I've decided to bring you back to our little farm of dragon fruit so that we can pick up from where we left last time. I just want to show you what's going on. A lot actually, a lot. Let me just show you. So as you can see, a lot of flowering is happening since the last, it's just the other week that I was showing you. And a lot of flowering is going on. This is so amazing. Honestly, we thank God because it's incredible. You know, when you do something that you haven't done before and the results are sort of overwhelming. You see, there is flowering everywhere, more than last time. I may not be able to zoom in, so let me try. It's not flowering, it's fruit. Those ones are hidden in there. Even I can't see them, but Look at all this. More and more flowering. See, this one is bigger, getting bigger. It was much smaller. For example, look at this. It has so many. Well, it's the same one. We have here. We have here. And here. I mean, they're all over now. They're all over now, needless to take you tree by tree. And this is what I was telling you. This is what I was telling you about last time, my beloved people. Look, we have this, and then we have this. They have grown so big already, and you see how the color is coming along. From this to this. Isn't this just beautiful and incredible? And maybe you're asking yourself, why are they covered, Nemo? What's all this mesh around them? So, as I mentioned in another or probably this video about birds here, we have so many of them, and so that's why we have to put the mesh on the dragon fruit so that the birds don't eat them. And what we've done to counter that is we've planted pawpaws, right? We've planted pawpaws for the birds primarily so that they can eat the pawpaws instead of the dragon fruit, right? None of them is yellow yet, but basically this is the whole purpose of the pawpaws, to distract the birds from eating the dragon fruit so that they can eat the pawpaws instead, because we are more interested in the dragon fruits right now. Get it? So that's why we cover them, to protect them, because now you see, for example, the pawpaws are green and these ones are already becoming pink, red. So of course the birds will come to what's ready. So now for that reason we cover them and hope or pray that they will not eat them and that the pawpaws will hurry to ripen. They've been ripe. We've had some which have been ripe just recently, but you know how it is with crops and everything else. Uh, they are not like on 24/7. So now we just, this one's in a few days. You can see they are ready. They just need to become yellow, and they are ready for the birds to eat. And I think us too. Yeah. More bananas, bananas everywhere. Before this used to be, before we planted a dragon fruit, it was just bananas. So the bananas have been left on that corner, on that side, and now we have the dragon fruit on this side. As with everything, guys, you have to prune, and it's not different with dragon fruit. You need to prune, and what you're looking at right now are these things. They are overgrowth, and so if they are big, because sometimes they can be very big, and I'm going to show you big ones. So we use these scissors. We use these scissors to prune them. Now this one is these ones are very very little. You can just, and they are spiky. Okay, be careful. These ones you can just do like this, and they come off easily. But for some which are big and which I'll show you, you have to use these scissors, and you just unlock, and then you come and you just cut it off. Cut it off at the tip or at the stem there. So I'm gonna show you even bigger ones. These ones are very very little, but you have to prune them so that the dragon fruit can grow in the right way. You see all these ones, we've had to prune them. All those are pruning points. So you can imagine how much the overgrowth would be, which is going to limit the proper growth of the dragon fruit. So you always have to keep on pruning. You always have to keep on pruning. Here are more. Here are more. And I'm just gonna use my finger. They just come off very easily when they are little. Look. And you have to be careful because you see, they have spikes. They have spikes, so you have to be very careful so you don't prick yourself too much. It's inevitable, but you do what you can. I don't know if you've ever seen such a kind of banana. We call it mkono tembo. Mkono tembo. Elephant hands, if I may translate it directly. It's a very healthy and very nutritious banana. We have a few of them. We have a few of them growing here. There's this one, which is being supported so it doesn't fall. As you know, or if you know or don't know, okay. Usually you have to support banana trees because when they grow and they bear fruit, because of the weight they bend, so you have to support them with something, just a long stick, strong stick, so they continue to flower and grow in the right way until they are ready. There's another one, and there's another one here. This one is more ripe than that one. They are very sweet and nutritious and advisable to eat. This one here is a bit in the dark. You may not be able to see it very well, but yeah, it's there. And then we have the normal bananas that grow here in this whole region. I know they grow in Uganda and I'm sure many African countries. I believe even in Nigeria. but that's just my guess. So we have these other common ones, and we sell them because we cannot consume all of them. We sell them to farmers and we eat them. We also eat them. We cook something called kitoweo. I know kitoweo is different if you're from the coastal region. It just means stew. But here kitoweo is these bananas now. These ones mixed with you can mix with beans, you can mix with potatoes, you can even mix them with meat, any kind of meat, especially beef. It's very good. It's tasty with a beef. What else? I mean, you can cook anything with them. Add greens. Whatever you would like to, or you can make them plain and mash them and then make a stew, a separate stew for them, especially a beef stew. And in Uganda especially, they have this thing called ginat sauce. Ginat sauce, and it's made of groundnuts. G for groundnuts, and it's very very good with these mashed bananas. So you can also eat them with that. Um, yeah. And then also we eat them with the buds. Sorry, I mean the birds eat them. The birds eat them because we have so many birds. I wish I could take a video of them. I will try because most of them are very tiny. And you know when they see you coming, they fly off. So we also share with the birds. You know, you have to. And I really, really, I love birds. I love birds so, so much. So it's nice. I love seeing them flying around, just watching them being around here. It's so good and therapeutic. Bird watchers out there, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. These bananas, these Mukono Tembo bananas, you can use them like the other bananas I showed you to make kitoweo. Mix them with whatever you like. But here we also eat them for breakfast. When they start to yellow, they are very, very, very sweet. And so what we usually do is we boil some oil, just like the way you deep fry chips. So you cut them into small pieces and then you deep fry them until they are a little bit brown and crunchy. And then you eat them for breakfast or as a snack, just like you would crisps or chips. You can also, together with the other normal, I'm calling them normal because they're common here, but you can also use them together with the other bananas. In which way? You just boil them and then you eat them. You eat them boiled, especially when they are yellow because they are sweet, even if they are not yellow, because not everybody likes sweet. So you can boil them and again eat them as a snack or eat them with something, some stew. Yeah. Last time, guys, I also showed you these pumpkin leaves, and what I didn't tell you is all the amazing things you can use them for. I didn't carry a knife. That's what I prefer to use to harvest them. So I'm just gonna try my best. I'm sorry I'm pulling it so hard, but I'm gonna try my best with my hand. It's not easy, as you can see. That's why I prefer a knife. So I want to show you a technique that I use to prepare them. Let me show you the technique I use to cook pumpkin leaves. Not before I cook them, you see here. So you can take a small one and do this, and it peels all the way down. Take another one, and it just comes off easily. You see these strands to make it softer when you're cooking it, and it just comes out by itself so easily. You can even take the whole chunk like this and just and it just peels off. And how does this look? Beautifully comes off. This comes off. And so how does this help? It helps when it comes to cooking because it makes it soft. It makes it soft because they can be a little bit long to cook. So when you do that, it makes it soft. Even the stem, which we also cook the stem. So if you cook it with those fibers as with anything else, you get that hi, what's the word? I don't know. There's so there's so many ways you can use. There's so many ways. There's so many things you can use pumpkin. There's so many things you can use pumpkin leaves for. For example, you can use them to cook what we call here ugali. Nigerians call it pap. Same thing. Where else do they call it pap? I think also South Africa they call it pap. It's maize, grounded maize, and then it's a white powder. It's ground maize in white powder form, and then now you cook it with water, and it becomes like a lump of something. Uh, so that's what we call ugali here, or posho or ugali. So you can eat the pumpkin leaves with ugali. Another amazing thing you can use the pumpkin leaves for is to mash what we call mukimo. And how you do this, you get your potatoes and then the pumpkin leaves, and then you can use any cereal, for example, beans. There's something also called njahe and jogo. If you speak my dialect, you understand what I'm talking about. Njogo or njahe, they are all in the beans family, and so you can use the pumpkin leaves and the potatoes to mash them, and then they make something a very very yummy, delicious meal called mokimo, which you can eat it as it is. You can fry it with onion, and then you add all these ingredients: the cereal, the pumpkin leaves, the potatoes, and then water. Cover, let it cook, and then once everything is ready, you mash it, and then you eat it like that. Or you can just boil it without frying it. Or you can fry with even tomatoes. Put whatever you want to put in the after the onions are ready, and then again put everything together. Add water, cover, let it be ready, and then you mash it, and you can eat it like that. Of course, add some salt if you like. You can eat it like that, or again with stew, whatever stew you prefer. Uh, Obviously, you're most probably not stew that has cereals because you already have the beans or the njahe or njugu in it. Oh yeah, minji. Minji also works very very well. Mokimo can also be made with maize and beans boiled together. You just boil them for about 2 hours. They need a lot of fire, and then once they are ready, that mixture of maize and beans called githeri, which you can also eat it as itself. The maize and beans together, you fry them with tomatoes, with potatoes also without mashing, with carrots, however you like to fry your food. So That's githeri on its own, but then now you can also use it as, or take it and make mokimo out of it by adding potatoes and the pumpkin leaves. And then once everything is ready, you mash it. You mash it together, and then it makes you mokimo. So there are so many ways to eat or make mokimo, and githeri or maize and beans is one of them. So those are all the things that you can use pumpkin leaves for when it comes to cooking. And then as for the big one, the real pumpkin now, you can boil it also. You cut it into small pieces and then you boil it with salt and enough water. It only takes about 15-20 minutes to cook, and then put some salt or no salt and you eat it. You just eat it like that, plain. It's good for any time. It's like a snack. This is the big mama pumpkin. Look at it. So, and then the other thing you can do, or how else can you use it, is you can use it to make chapati. You know what I'm talking about, chapati. I've done it myself, that one. And it's just easy. You take the flour and you add your ingredients, your sugar, your salt, whatever black pepper, whatever you like in the flour. And then instead of water or milk, you add this the pumpkin, because now you've already boiled it, so it's soft enough. And then now you oh, what is that? What's that thing that you blend it? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not a chef, so please understand how I can forget some of these simple terms. So you blend it. You blend the pumpkins which are already cooked with the blender, and then you can add a little water, and then now you use that and mix with the flour. Yeah, with the flour, with the flour for baking, making uh, pancakes, mandazi. So you mix with that flour, and then they make very beautiful yellow chapatis. Very beautiful and delicious, of course. Yellow chapatis. What else? Well, there's something else, and I want to show you. I want to show you how else you can use this pumpkin flour, pumpkin fruit. What else you can do with it? You can roast. You can roast the seeds. You can roast the seeds, and I want to show you. Just give me a minute, because Mama did it. She roasted them on a pan. She roasted them on a pan, and look at this. So this is what she got, or we got. These pumpkin seeds, these roasted pumpkin seeds behind me, you can use them to make something here we call uji power. Uji power. It's simply porridge, but very nutritious and healthy porridge, because, for example, now it has the pumpkin seeds, and then it also has ndoma. It has ndoma, and I'm going to show you. It has ndoma, and it also has ngwashe. Wow, I am going to find the English words for these things. So it has ngwashe, it has ndoma, and then it has the pumpkin leaf seeds and milk. Milk is also there. And then guess what else is in it? There's also nuts, ground nuts. So imagine that kind of porridge, how healthy, how delicious, nutritious. It's like medicine. but good medicine, you know, good medicine. So those are all the advantages and the uses of pumpkins and pumpkin leaves. And I just wanted you to know that, right? We eat healthy, we work, we're out in nature. We just do all the good things that are good for us, good for our bodies, and then good for our spirits, nature, and God, and yeah, life is better. So you have your roasted pumpkin seeds, and then you have this, which we call ndoma, and then you have your roasted groundnuts, and then milk, and then you have your uji power. You can add sugar if you like, or not, or honey, whatever works for you. And then now this, for example, these ndomas, you need many of them because they are what makes the porridge. So this one is not so many. Of course, groundnuts also not so many, but this you need many of them. And then cassava, boiled cassava. And then you have your amazing Uji power, porridge power, if I may just directly translate it. I'm here, almost finishing my breakfast. My beloved people. I love you so much, you have no idea. Moshiri went to buy some things to help fix the dragon fruit which fell. I think he's the one there at the gate. I've just had a border coming in, and so we're going to try and fix the dragon fruit as we think what to do with the rest, because now if one is down, it means they are weak. Down there. But mom tells me she had thought about, because she had told me that she wants to use cement poles now instead of the wooden ones. So she had seen this coming. So it didn't come as a surprise to her. It's just quite it's sensitive because now they have started to flower. As you've seen, the fruits are out. So imagine, God forbid, that they all decided to do that. It would be a total loss. So he's here. Let me take you there and we see what he's bought. And let's see how we're going to do it. Okay? I love you all. Thank you. Shaka. So these are I've been told they are called shaka. This is what we're going to use to reinforce our dragon fruits so that they don't fall. So I can't wait to see how this is going to happen. Yeah, so long. Shaka. Here we are again, guys. So this is what we're doing. We are cutting the shaka. Mushiri, mama ameniambia hizi miti zinaitwa shaka. Yeah, so guys, as you can hear me talking to Mushiri, these logs, they are called shaka, and you can see how we are reinforcing. We just have to do it like this. Yeah, like the bananas. You remember the bananas? We just have to support them the same way we do bananas until we have the cement logs. Those ones, I'm sure you see, like this one actually is slanting. Can you see? It's actually, yeah, it was slanted, or it's slanted. So it was going to fall also. But it has the shaka now. Wow, this is seriously slanting. Even I'm surprised. Eh? Let me see. If I stand afar off, it will be more clear. Let's see where. I don't know if you can see. It may not be so easy because of how the dragon fruit is wrapped around it, but it is seriously slanting. Like, no, it was on its way down. So thank God. Even that one there. If you're looking from my angle, if you have my point of view, they are slanting. And others now I'm starting to suddenly notice. So we are chopping these shakas in half, and they are going to support them for now, just like I showed you banana, the same way. Support them so they don't fall and they grow. Okay, in fact, bananas, this is all that we use, either this or a ladder, and they continue to grow very well. Because I was wondering, if we do this just supporting them, will they be affected? But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And these are the roots. I don't think I mentioned. These are the roots. They grow like this. This white cream things. They are the roots of the dragon fruit. Kwani unaweka mbili? Oh, hiyo. Oh, okay. Huyu ameslant kabisa. Are you seeing this? So this one apparently needs to, because it's very slanted. Do you know, I'm just noticing now that's how slanted some of them are, eh? Wow. So thank God they were going to fall one by one. Can you imagine? This yeah, it is disastrous. So it seems we're gonna use 2 or 3 depending on how severe the slanting is. Mm.
Mchanga iwe nini? Nyepesi.
Ah.
Si hii itaenda chini.
Wow.
Ikienda chini hii mfosi ingia. Atoka.
Oh my God.
Uweke hii.
Lakini ikinini si ikiingia ndani ni hai. Lakini ikiingia ndani ita destabilize.
Unajua hapo nimefunga nani? Baby. Hii sasa iwezi ikatoka hapo. Wataenda pamoja.
This log na the square thing.
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
Ini ukiacha hivyo, ikija upepo, itatoka. Unajua hii ikitoka, hii sasa inaweza anguka. Sababu support ya pale hiyo.
Wow.
Uweke hii, funge, rudi nyuma. Tu hapo.
Pia hizi utaweka chuma ama ziko sawa hivyo?
Hiyo sasa iko sawa.
But that is so sharp. Kuweka waya hapo kuzishikanisha zote pamoja. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria tu ni kuweka hizi and that's it.
Hii hatuwezi tukaweka kama ya ndizi.
That's what I thought.
Hatuwezi hii unjue inakaa. Sio ndizi.
Oh my God.
Hii sasa itakaa hapa mpaka hizi. Unaona? Yes. Unakata
Hey. My people, are you hearing that? I'm also shocked. I thought I was done here. But this man Moshiri is so wise. He is so wise. Like, seriously, guys, he is very, very wise. He helps us a lot around the house, doing all these kind of things. So me, I thought we were done after we put the tripod. But now, here, he has come and put a wire around to force the shaka log and this square thing, like forcing them together with a wire, reinforcing. There is the wire, and more. This is where it's more. It's here, like 3 times around it. So to force them together, so that in case of strong wind or rain, they don't come apart. And then you can see what he's done here. In case again of very strong wind or heavy rain, this is going to support this. Otherwise, without this, it may just be washed off and it will destabilize this. That's why now forcing the square and the shaka together in case of rain, in case of strong wind. Even if this tries to run away, it is bound up there. So this is why I'm telling you, this man is very wise when it comes to such things, because I wouldn't even have thought. I thought we are just gonna, and even I that's what I said. I said, you just do it like the bananas, but apparently not. Apparently there is more. There's more to do, not just putting the logs and leaving them there. Because as he was explaining, the difference with this and the bananas is that the bananas, they are not for a long time. Once you take it down, you can plant a new one. But these ones, they are kind of a forever thing, which is why it will be important to use cement logs moving forward, because these things, they stay for long, almost a year and a half before you get your first harvest. So truly, a lot of reinforcement is required. Someone already wants to buy this. They are telling my mom to take it to them take them to her on Sunday. So these two are the most ripe. This one, the color hasn't quite gone round. So these two, she already has a willing buyer for them. That's 200 bob. Can you imagine? 200 each. That's good money. I thought it's already down to 50, because it was very expensive at first. Was it 500 or even 300? But apparently it's still high. It's still high. I was giving it 50. People are still willing to buy even for 200. So that's good. This one, still little, and the color is not yet quite there.